And let's also break this quick updates that's coming in right now about Arvind Kejriwal. We are learning that he possibly could be produced at the Rouse Avenue court, and 10 days of remand is what the agency wants. The AAP is also going to be essentially saying he's to be non-cooperative, and that's the reason why his remand is very important, ladies and gentlemen, to connect all the dots here. Priyank, I'm told, is also joining us live. He's tracking that bit of investigation for us. Priyank, will the Enforcement Directorate wait to hear what the Supreme Court has to say about the matter, or they will be producing Arvind Kejriwal, before this hearing at the Rouse Avenue court? And what time could this be, Priyank?
Good morning, Deepti. There will be two sort of hearings which are expected in this case. One which is there at this Apex Court, where the arrest will be challenged by the counsels of Arvind Kejriwal. What we are getting to know that the legal strategy would be to apprise the court, Supreme Court, that since the High Court has already decided the date of 22nd of April, where the application of no coercive action was clubbed with the main case in this case in the High Court before the double judge bench in the High Court. Certainly that should have been taken into consideration by the Enforcement Directorate before taking this kind of coercive action. And soon after the date copy was given from the High Court, the official copy was received by the Enforcement Directorate. They moved towards the residence of Delhi Chief Minister, and after a brief interrogation, after recovering few electronic devices, Arvind Kejriwal has been put under arrest. The second strategy from the Aam Aadmi Party will be to oppose the remand application, which will be moved by the Enforcement Directorate here at Rouse Avenue Court, which is expected to happen at 2:30. And it is going to be very interesting because Manish Sisodia will also be produced before the court at the same court in the same case. So after months, Manish Sisodia and Arvind Kejriwal will be face to face. Certainly, going back to what you initially asked, the ED is not going to wait for the legal proceeding here at the Rouse Avenue Court, because this is a court which is specified for PMLA cases where the case has already been going on. And since the arrest happened at 9:04 last night, within 24 hours of time period, the accused has to be produced before the court. That's a legal binding before the Enforcement Directorate. So even after, even if the Supreme Court can hear the matter, can give further date of hearing of the case, the ED official will be there along with the top legal luminaries, I would say, like ASG will be representing the Enforcement Directorate at the Apex Court as well as at the Rouse Avenue Court, so that the legal proceedings should not be halted. Back to you.
Okay, and Priyank, in the middle of all this, the Enforcement Directorate for the longest time has been talking of the South Group. That's how they got K. Kavita under their radar. K. Kavita is arrested, and I think she continues to be in the agency's remand till about the 23rd. Now, a lot of sources also do indicate that the ED would might to confront Arvind Kejriwal and K. Kavita, considering that they believe that there is an alleged quid pro quo, and possibly, Kavita could name and, speak about the entire modus operandi. So could this also be mentioned when the Enforcement Directorate will be approaching the Rouse Avenue court for Arvind Kejriwal's remand here?
Yes, certainly, absolutely right, Deepti, because K. Kavita is there in the custody of the Enforcement Directorate till Saturday this week. The Enforcement Directorate had asked for 10 days of police remand from the court, but they got 7 days of police remand, and that will be one of the important pointer on which Arvind Kejriwal's custodial remand will be sought by the Enforcement Directorate. And it is most likely also that if at all the ED gets the police remand of Arvind Kejriwal, then the custodial remand application of K. Kavita could also be sought to be extended by the Enforcement Directorate. Because our viewers need to understand that what was the scam? The scam was pertaining to a collegium of all these key co-conspirators who were working to get more and more gain by these liquor lobby. There was a lobby which was operating in the southern part of the country, which was allegedly getting the kickback, and there was a lobby which was operating here in the national capital, and that also included the top-notch politicians, not only from the BRS, like K. Kavita has been arrested. This is what has been alleged by the Enforcement Directorate. On the other side, Manish Sisodia, Sanjay Singh, and Satyen Jain and Arvind Kejriwal, everyone has said to be a part of it. The 2 crores, 2.2 crores and 3 crores of some amount has already been mentioned by the Enforcement Directorate in the copy, the remand application which has been moved by them. So it is quite clear that the confrontation of K. Kavita with Arvind Kejriwal is one of the key pointers on which the EED will be pushing their way forward. But it is going to be important that what will happen in the apex court, because certainly the AAP is going to challenge the custody of Arvind Kejriwal and the arrest of Arvind Kejriwal before the apex court, citing the next date of hearing to be 22nd of April, although the High Court had specifically mentioned that there is no relief on the coercive action which was supposed to be taken by the enforcement directorate, which was also anticipated by the Aam Aadmi Party's legal team.
Absolutely. And Priyank, we must not forget the fact that the Enforcement Directorate will be telling the court, and this is going to be underscored every time, that the Delhi Chief Minister was summoned 9 times. Ladies and gentlemen, 9 times a sitting Chief Minister is summoned. He decides to duck all those summons. So would this conduct also of an individual be weighing on the mind of the judges when they look at the entire case? The ED would want to believe they have a very strong case, Priyank. For the moment, thank you so much for getting us that quick insight coming in about what the ED strategy is vis-a-vis Arvind Kejriwal. But also, let's get our next breaking update. This is about the nationwide protests today that have been called by the Aam Aadmi Party. The Aam Aadmi Party, remember, has already indicated that they will make this a huge public movement. It's a war of perception. They've been crying hoarse. They've been saying that our leader is being targeted because the Prime Minister, as the AAP alleges, is running scared of the Aam Aadmi Party. In fact, ministers from Punjab also are going to be protesting. A lot of them have already moved into the national capital. We'll cut across to Shivani also, who's joining us live. Shivani, where about you at this point in time, and who really are these people protesting? What do they say?
Dipti, as we know that Bhagwant Mann, the Chief Minister of Punjab, is already here and he will be shortly reaching residence of Arvind Kejriwal. I am right now at the Aam Aadmi Party headquarters here. You can see the workers have already gathered and they are raising slogans. There are a few ministers from Punjab who have already reached this place and they all say that Main bhi Kejriwal. When we ask them that now when Arvind Kejriwal is in jail, who would be the Chief Minister of Delhi? So they say that we all are Arvind Kejriwal and Chief Minister will carry on with his duties from the jail. That's what these people are saying. And we also see that in a lot of places across the city, the Aam Aadmi Party protesters are trying to gather, be it the Aam Aadmi Party's headquarters here or they want to march towards the BJP office. And there are barricades that have been put here, the multiple layer of barricades that has been put. Rapid Action Force is here. The Delhi Police is here. The advisories by the Delhi Police have also been issued that there are some certain sensitive zones where there are special arrangements in view of these protests after the arrest of Arvind Kejriwal. So these roads should not be used by the commuters. The ITO metro station gate have been closed and it will remain closed by till the evening also. And a lot of more leaders, as these Punjab ministers were saying, we were talking to one of them, they said that more leaders from across the India Alliance may also join their protest. They can also see some workers and leaders from the Congress Party also, they might join their protest, which is scheduled for the day. And Rahul Gandhi, who held a telephonic conversation with the family of Arvind Kejriwal, he might also come to meet the family. That's what is the sources are also indicating. But here at the Aam Aadmi Party's headquarters in Delhi, we see the Karyakartas, the workers who've gathered here because though the numbers are not much, because there is a security arrangement at place, vehicles are not allowed on this area and they have walked down towards the office. And you see a lot of ministers and a lot of workers are here who are saying that they are with Arvind Kejriwal and they are Arvind Kejriwal themselves. These are the protesters, the Aam Aadmi Party workers who are here at the Aam Aadmi Party headquarters. We have to see that in what numbers more of them can reach here because there are heavy deployments of the police forces here.